Are you stuck in the cookie cutter advice world, hearing things like start a dropshipping store, build an Amazon FBA business, start a YouTube channel, become an influencer? And look, I mean, that stuff, it can work. But if you're here, you're probably sick of wasting years of just trying to make it work online. And the truth is, if you want to build real wealth and income online and actually replace your 9 to 5, you do not need to build from scratch. You need to buy an existing business, buy into business models that are already proven, already generating cash flow, and are already set up to scale. So I'm going to share 7 unconventional business models you can buy right now that make real income, and importantly, where you can go where to buy these businesses. And I'm talking about businesses most people just completely overlook, but insiders like myself and my clients are quietly scooping up these businesses and profiting from them. So stick around, because the last one is the exact model that one of my clients bought, and it's making them over $70,000 net profit per month. First business model is niche newsletter businesses. Let me share my screen with you in a second. But why are these so valuable and so unconventional? Well, email is undervalued, especially compared to social media. People that are on an email list, they're there because they want to be there, and they are intentionally looking for value and information, versus being on social media. People are just on there numbing out, scrolling, and burning time. So the value of the traffic coming from the email list compared to social media is so much higher, because they're probably closer to an acquisition in terms of purchasing a product. How these niche newsletters work is they can earn revenue streams from ads, people sponsoring the newsletter, the actual emails that are going out. You can also sell digital products of your own or other people's, being affiliate products. And as an example, someone can buy a newsletter that's got 20,000 subscribers, and it might cost them 50K for it, and they're able to scale that business up to maybe 15 grand a month with better monetization strategies. Now, here's the flip. Most people think newsletters and email is dead. They're absolutely not. They're absolute money machines. So check out my screen here. This is Deuce, and you can sign up and you can get a free account. And on Deuce, these are a bunch of newsletters. So you can buy a newsletter, you can get help with newsletter valuations as well. But I've clicked on to buy a newsletter, and that pops up a bunch. You can go through different filters and stuff, but we won't do that. You go through a bunch of businesses that they're asking how much they are selling them for. That's the asking price, and the list size as well. And so we'll scroll through and try and find something about this is 100K. They used to show you how much they were making per month in this, but we will go through and find something that is, here we go, cybersecurity. And then we'll go to the next page and see what else they have. Scroll through Pro Traveler Guide to Smart Budget Friendly Travel. Let's look at that one too. So here's a cybersecurity one. It's 32 grand, and they're making $260 in revenue per month. They're sending out, the open rate is very, very high. They're sending out 2 to 3 emails a week, and it costs them about 3 hours to write each issue. Now, this can be done obviously by AI, but you want to make sure they're really, really good. As the newsletter, each newsletter is about 1,500 words. They've got demographics here on Google Analytics, which is really cool. Here is more of that's their email software provider. So proof that they've got 40,000 subscribers, and the open rate is quite high, which is really cool. Now, you could turn this, they've got no paying subscribers, so you could have a paid portion of subscribers if you bought this, and then also have monetization from ads and different sponsors by generating more sponsors. So that's just an example of this one. Another one is the Pro Traveler one. They're making $170 per month and they're asking $32,000 for it. It's over a year old, and they're putting out a 2-hour issue about 2 times a week. So 4 to 6 hours per week of work on this. And let's go scroll through. We can see that's their active subscribers. That's the open rate, click-through rate. They also have a Facebook group as well, mostly US-based travelers. These are expenses. So you could decrease your expenses, which would increase your revenue. They got also 0 paying subscribers, so you could have a paid tier as well. But that's just an example. The first one is, newsletters from deuce.com. The next business model is micro software tools. So these can be micro-SaaS businesses. I'm not talking about huge $100 million startups. These are very niche, typically one feature software products that can be stable. They can be low churn. They got a bunch of people on them, and you could be buying them for, a 3 to 4 annual profit. And they typically, what I love about software businesses, they run on autopilot, and there's so much scalability. What I love about micro software businesses is you've got a small group of people that are interested in a service for this one thing, and they're typically locked in. The better you make the product, the longer they're in. And so you can decrease the churn quite quickly by just growing the business with retention strategies. And where I go to find these is, you can go look at a bunch of different brokers, but where I go to find these is acquire.com. Obviously, you can sign up for a free account, and then you can go in and you can check out a bunch of different businesses. They've sold over 2,000 startups to over 500,000 entrepreneurs. And yeah, acquire.com is quite a large business, and they sell a bunch of micro software businesses. So I would recommend checking them out if you're interested in that software space. The next unconventional online business is community-based businesses. I'm talking about paid Slack channels, Discord groups, Facebook groups and communities. It could be LinkedIn groups, it could be Twitter groups, whatever it is, but they're community-based businesses, and they earn recurring revenue from highly engaged people in the group that are sharing their journey, their story, and helping one another. There might also be a main moderator that is sharing a bunch of value in there as well. And I'll give you an example. These can be businesses that are making like $30 a month per membership, and they might have 1,000 members. That's $30,000 per month. Maybe it's a smaller one and it's making $20 per month and they've got 100 members. That's still good money. That's $2,000 a month. So you can buy these small little memberships and communities where you could buy them and they're adding a lot of value to the community, and then eventually you can work out what they need more of and provide that product or service for them. Don't just try to sell to them straight away, but work out and learn more about the community and see what they need and just provide them help. And typically, if it's great help, people will pay for it. Another good unconventional business model is job boards, and these are marketplaces, and they can be niche focused marketplaces. They can be like job boards where people are posting to find jobs, obviously in specific industries or just very broad. You could also have marketplaces where people are selling particular products. Maybe you've just got marketplaces for people only selling surfboards, or marketplaces for people selling cowboy boots or something crazy, or like cowboy attire or something interesting and niche like that. And these marketplaces can be monetized by having sponsors put ads on the posts, or maybe they could be a subscription marketplace or a subscription job board. And these are surprisingly cheap types of business models to acquire compared to other revenue business models like e-commerce. And the potential for scaling marketplaces is massive. Working with collaborators, doing joint ventures, sponsorships, affiliate deals, there's so much value to be drawn from these marketplaces that most people that start them don't really know. The fifth type of business model is media businesses, so content websites that are earning either ad revenue or affiliate revenue. Now, these have gone away and they've started to come back, and they are overlooked a little bit, but as the game has changed, AI content, smart SEO, things have changed with how traffic is generated to these sites. So that's where there's the volatility there, but there's still some great businesses out there that I've seen, ones that I've almost acquired as well for clients, that have great traffic and great income from ads and affiliate. An example is somebody could buy a business making $5,000 a month, and it's maybe an affiliate website, and they might buy it for $120,000. They optimize that business to be making maybe $10,000 a month and sell it in 12 months time for $240K or $300K. And it's definitely an option. I know people that have done that. I've interviewed people that have done that. I've helped people do this sort of stuff. Great place to go away and acquire these businesses is Motion Invest. And there's also other places like Empire Flippers, Flipper, Website Closers, Investors.club, and I'll put links in the show notes for you guys. But once you have an account, you can go to buy site and you can scroll through a bunch of different businesses that are for sale. Websites available, and they will share with us the price of the businesses. This one's a small business, a starter one, $770, all the way up to large business, $89,000. This one's making $3,400 a month. Let's actually check out that listing. And it's a travel website making money through Mediavine, which is an ad network. And it's also Stay 22 and Get Your Guide in the last 12 months being sold via the marketplace. So it shares how many visitors they're getting per month, their domain authority. They've got almost 900 articles on the site. They've got quite a large Twitter following and 40,000 followers on Instagram. They've got 7,000 on Pinterest and a large Facebook page of nearly 10,000. So it tells you a bunch of information about the business, shares the analytics. Obviously the traffic has been looking quite good. So yeah, decent businesses, and it shares with you the monthly income. Obviously it's been fluctuated a bit, and yeah, there you go. You can see income images and get proof of finances, and maybe even schedule a call with a seller. So some great businesses on this site and many other sites. These are media websites, blogs, and maybe different types of media business as well, like YouTube channels you can buy from Flipper and Empire Flippers. The sixth unconventional type of business is digital products and course libraries. These are businesses that sell programs, courses that have been built, and they're typically on evergreen topics. So what you're doing when you're buying a digital product business or a course library or a membership business is you're buying the rights, you're buying the content to own that, and you can rebrand it, you can relaunch it, build out more courses, split courses up and sell them individually as lessons. And the crazy thing is that people might think that they need to be the expert if they're buying this type of business. You absolutely do not need to be the expert. I've helped people buy these types of businesses before and have hired other people to create the content and also create the courses as well. You just need to own the asset. You don't need to be the expert. And oftentimes just hiring influencers to create certain content for you is very good for their brand, which allows you to work with them and hire them for a lot cheaper than you may actually expect. One great place to find these sorts of businesses, websiteclosers.com. Here is one of them right now. It's an e-learning platform with a software, or an e-learning platform for software, and it's a 3.5-year-old business, and it's consistent year-on-year growth and 100% remote business. Founded in 2021, and as you scroll down, it'll tell you that it's for sale for almost 900K. Right, it's making almost 250K net income per year, and it's got 8 fully remote staff. And I won't go through the whole text here on the video, but they got 4,000 friendly subscribers. They got a bunch of people on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and that's how they acquire their customers. Obviously, there's not a lot of organic traffic from what I would foresee as like search engines or LLMs. So that'd be a really good value add to this type of business. Here's some scaling ideas as well. But remember, these guys are going to try to sell you the business. So you need to know how to do your due diligence. Don't know how to do due diligence? Get my DD framework. It's free. There'll be a link to that in the description. It's made people millions of dollars and saved people millions of dollars and takes the guesswork out of buying businesses. And the final 7th weird, odd business model is micro private label brands. Okay, so I'm talking about direct to consumer businesses. Now, they don't need to be giant Amazon FBA brands at all, right? These can be small, niche, boutique, even bougie e-commerce businesses with loyal customer base, and it's a great brand with just strong margins. You could buy one of these that's making $10,000 a month on Shopify, or it's using a Shopify platform, and you could scale that with email promotions, bundles, subscriptions, upsells, downsells, improve the marketing. Typically, that's what I do when I help people acquire small private label direct consumer brands. The key thing is you want to avoid fatty products, right? And what fatty products are, like fidget spinners or anything that's hot, popular or new. Go for good, solid, evergreen categories. We're talking about skincare, makeup, pet stuff, baby stuff. Apparel is a tricky one, but it could even be like supplements. It could be anything's just basic and boring. Just do not go for flashy and hypey. And the place that I like to find e-commerce businesses is just, I'm giving you a variation of different brokers that you can go through and check. And one of is quite light. You can check out a bunch of different businesses, but here is just a small little direct consumer brand selling wristwatches, e-commerce brand. They're asking for $280,000 for the business, and it's making 118. So it's just around a 2-year multiple, just higher than a 2-year multiple. It's a 5-year-old business, nearly 6 years old, $70 price range for some watches, up to $1,500 for very well-made pieces. And the current owner only takes 5 to 7 hours per week to run a business. Imagine that, running a business for 5 hours a week, that's making you 280, or making you 120-ish thousand per year. Pretty cool. It's about a 10K income for 5 hours a week, 5 to 7 hours a week. Obviously, it's marketing on Google, TikTok. You could be adding different acquisition strategies to that as well. So that's just an example of some of the marketplaces that you can go away and look at, purchase these types of unconventional businesses. Now, lastly, I want to share just a contrarian thought and contrarian thinking is that most people think building wealth online means just starting from scratch, hustle, grind, and hope something works. And it's just an absolute lie. The wealthy, well, they don't waste years of guessing. They just buy proven income streams. And that's why I wanted to share with you these 7 unconventional unconventional business models that are basic, they're boring, they've been around forever. Nobody's really talking about them, right? Nobody's really talking about buying online businesses. They're talking about offline businesses, but online businesses allow you that flexibility and that time freedom, which is what most people are chasing. Most people aren't really chasing just, I want a lot of money. They're typically chasing the freedom, and that's what online businesses provide, is the time freedom. And these can be some of the fastest paths to replacing your income and building some serious wealth. So let me ask you, which of these business models did you actually like? Which one do you think you would buy? Please let me know. Drop a comment below. And if you want me to go further into some of these types of businesses, please let me know. I'll create a YouTube specific video just for you guys on that. But also check out some of my other content. I've got so many videos on me going through businesses and helping you spot out risks, look at opportunities, and helping you with due diligence. Of course, I got free resources in the description below. That's it. Looking forward to speaking to you guys on the next one.